asking people about division rivalries over the last few weeks, and nobody seems to get very heated or angry about the division opponents. As a guy who has some perspective on this rivalry, how do you feel about the 49ers?
Oh, any team we play against, I don't like. Throughout the whole week and watching film on each and every player, I just don't like them. On Sunday, that's that time where you just have a good time. You play free, and you go against those guys. So it's definitely going into the 49ers. Last year I didn't play against them. I was hurt. So going to San Fran will be fun. And playing against a really good team.
You've been in this rivalry though for a long time.
Yeah.
Any takeaways, any memories, any things that stand out from all these years?
Jimmy Garoppolo, that was my best friend. Just, trying to see the football. He kind of threw that thing up a few times. So shout out Jimmy Garoppolo. But other than that, it's just, on to the next week, and just excited to go against the San Fran team that's playing really good football.
Without McCaffrey there, and they have Jordan Mason doing a pretty good job, how does it change? I mean, obviously Chris is a different guy, but do the concepts, have they stayed the same?
Yeah, I believe the concepts stay the same. They do a great job of, putting, 44 out there and putting, Debo in certain positions as well. So it's kind of the same kind of concepts. And, it's the 49ers offense, great offense. A lot of different formations, but, they run kind of the same offensive calls from there. But instead of, 11 personnel look with, 4 receivers, it might be a 21 personnel look with, 2 backs and 1 tight end, but showing an 11 look. So they have various different, schemes within the scheme that I really can appreciate because, I'm a student of the game. I love to watch football, and, that offensive scheme is a really good scheme.
Mason does well is out of breaking tackles or still getting a lot of yards after contact.
Yeah.
Is it what sounds as simple as just wrapping him up the first hand you get on him for a guy like that?
I mean, not only him, it's really all of their ball carriers. Debo, Ayuk, Check. Did I say that right? All those guys, they really do a really good job of getting yards after contact. So with all of them, it's about getting to the football, all 11, wrapping up. Hamstring, we'd like to say hamstring tackles, get them by the legs, because even when you hit them high, you could stop them, but they'll still get 2 to 3, hidden yards from that. So kind of just rallying to the ball, hamstring tackle, wrapping up on all of them. If not, they do a great job of getting those extra yards.
Have you noticed anything different about Brock Purdy since watching him last year?
Well, I mean, he's always seemed like he's been comfortable, but he's even more comfortable throwing the ball inside the numbers, outside the numbers, 9 balls. His accuracy is really good. And also he can get out the pocket and run as well. That's what a lot of people don't really talk about, but he does a great job of making his reads. If they're not there, he'll take that space and get, an extra 3 to 4, 5 yards, or if it's a 3rd and 3 situation, he'll get those yak and he'll run. Not even yak. He'll get those hidden runs and get a first down, and just he's a really good game general of the offense.
The first 2 games, the run defense against the running backs on Buffalo and the Rams was pretty darn good. It hasn't been obviously that way the last 2 weeks. What do you think changed? What do you think has led to that these last 2 games?
For me personally, we got the corrections on certain situations and calls on the last 2 games, and we're kind of just on to the next week. We're on to the 49ers and on to trying to stop their scheme. So we'll be excited and ready to, of course, try to stop that run on Sunday.
Back to the running game, and not really missing a beat with McCaffrey out. It's kind of been the Kyle Shanahan way, really. When you look at his offense throughout the years, they've been effective running the ball.
Yeah.
What is it about this offense? Is it the trenches? Is it what they do in terms of scheme? angles like
Yeah.
Nick was talking about?
Yeah, honestly, it's a little bit of it all. Shanahan does a great job of knowing his personnel and knowing that, the certain plays that he can and can do with, certain people and certain players. So he does a great job of, understanding his personnel and then making those offensive calls from that. So I would say it's a little bit of everything.
Are you aware that this will be your 100th NFL start?
I did not know that. That's awesome. 100th? Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. 100th start, Yeah, that's awesome. That's good to know. Definitely we'll be excited to, of course, go out there in San Fran and, just play a great football game.
Of course, it does coincide with your name being linked to trade rumors again.
Oh, is it?
Well,
Oh yeah, I don't really see any of that type of stuff. So, me, I'm just focused on San Fran, focused on the game ahead, and if that happens, Monty will hopefully let me know. But I don't think it's gonna happen. So, for me personally, I'm just, I don't really base my information on social media and stuff like that and things people say or even PFF. I don't base anything off of that. I kind of just live in the present, be where your feet are. I'm here, had a great Thursday practice, decided to go in there and get my lift in, watch the film on what we could have done better today, and ultimately get ready for tomorrow. So just very excited to get another game, blessed and excited to play.
You mentioned making some corrections. Jonathan talks to us a lot about the details.
Yeah.
The details and lining up where you're supposed to, not a yard different. Is that a lot of what it has to be, and that leads to a play that looks like it could be stopped, but all of a sudden it's
Yeah, exactly. The details of our defense or any situation, offense, defense, special team, the details really matter pre-snap, of course, and then during the play as well. In order to execute those things, you have to be on the details. So the biggest thing is executing whatever call it is, and by executing, you understand, you know what to do each play and each play out, and you execute it. So that's the main thing.
Is it a challenge? I mean, it's one thing to know it, but then you're in the game and it's wild, it's controlled chaos, if you will. But then to always be on that mark to be, that's got to be a pretty big challenge.
Yeah, I mean that comes with being a pro. We're professionals for a reason. We work throughout the week and understand we have certain rules for certain calls and the certain details with certain calls as well. And in order to execute that, we have to be on those details and just play fast. And that just comes with being a pro.
From the few game reps or maybe more so practice, what have you seen out of Rabbit? Since the regular season.
Of course.
Not even before Rabbit, just Rabbit.
Yeah. I call him Rab. Of course, really good, really great player. I'm excited for him, of course, to be in the safety room too. Our coach does a great job of teaching him, but, other players as well, me, JT, other guys as well, try to give him little details of the game to understand a little better. And, he's been doing a great job. He's been controlling what he can control, doing a great job on special teams. And, he's had a few snaps on defense, has executed the plays, and just excited to see his future for sure.
Are you okay with the amount of times you've been asked to be able to go blitz, or would you like to do that more often than you have been?
Yeah, me personally, whatever the call is, whatever the play is, I'm all in for it. We have a big saying, team over you. So, whatever works best for the team, that's always what I like and what I'm a part of. Yeah, there's of course certain situations where I want to do things, and yeah, there are certain situations where I do those things. But at the end of the day, it's about the game plan as a whole, and putting the team over yourself. So I'm definitely excited to do a little bit of all that, continuing to, and we'll see what we got on Sunday.
Isn't it key to that? If you're not to be in those situations of known pass,
Yeah.
where if the run's working, a lot of times there's not those instances where it's going to be a pass.
Yeah, can't give you too much details, but just try to do our job, at a high level. Whatever the call is, just try to execute that call, whatever the details of that call is. Of course, it's about, on game day, it's about, for me, I think of it, it's about me in a sense of like, if I got to be on my rules and I got to execute the plays that, the coaches call in order to, be best for the team. So that's all that matters to me.
Mason hasn't been used nearly as much as McCaffrey in the past game.
Yeah.
Are you seeing the targets get divvied up with the fullback instead, or how are you seeing that?
The targets are kind of the same thing, that he doesn't, but, he still goes out on those certain route concepts, but they also do a great job of putting Debo out there as well and, having him kind of do those Christian McCaffrey routes and number 44 as well. I said it right the first time. I'm only going to say it one more time. So, Shanahan, like I said, he does a great job of understanding his personnel, and the formations that they do are different, but they're subtly kind of the same as if CMC was there.
You don't like to look back while you're still playing. Does it feel like, though, you've had 100 career starts?
It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it. Of course, you see 100-plus tackles a season. Some people might say it does feel like it, but, I'm blessed and I have the opportunity to, take care of my body and do all the appropriate things to make sure that I'm 100% each and every week, and, just trying to play that hard-nosed, great football. So, shout out Brock Purdy. Hopefully you throw it to me a couple times.
Thanks, Buddha.
Thank you.